Everybody, welcome to AshFX, where today we enter the universes of magic. A personal project of mine containing a fully playable Commander Magic deck where each card is custom of an outside character, place, or thing. With today's project, we have the Watcher, formerly known as Uatu. He is from the Marvel Universe, a cosmic being of sorts belonging to an ancient race called the Watchers. He has the ability to oversee universes, observing them from afar, but cannot be seen by the people of the universe unless he allows it. The Watchers swore an oath to not interfere with the universe's events no matter what happens. But in his first appearance in Fantastic Four, he breaks that oath to warn them about Galactus. Back on topic, I mostly see him in the What If series on Disney+. He serves as the narrator to the different episodes, and their contents voiced by Jeffrey Wright. Now that you know about the character, you will see the creation of this card resemble him very well, so let's get started. Now, before we start creating the card itself, I need to figure out what the structure is going to look like. There are multiple things to keep track of when it comes to what is on a Magic card, and if one is forgotten, it can ruin the game in its entirety. My favorite part about card art is the usage of the text box to show almost a 3D effect. So formatting the card to represent that with an image is what I will be going for. Just like UX designers do building digital interactive products, I will build an interactive physical product. Taking a Magic card itself, we can make a wireframe as the start for ours, then change and expand upon ours for uniqueness, but still keeping familiarity. Now here is Magic's own wireframe and where different boxes are going to be, and lines for text. I will put acronyms in the beginning to represent what is what. We have PT for power toughness, RL for rules, TT for title, CT for card type, MS for mana symbols, and AC for artist credit. Now here we have what a wireframe would look like for an original Magic card. The boxes with lines represent the image, and the rectangles with no lines represent text boxes. With this in mind, I created my own wireframe for what I wanted Uatu to look like, all using Figma. There you can see the arrows. That represents that they can be adjustable depending on how big or small I want the text to be. The key difference in design is the placement of the CT being at the top and the mana symbol not being part of the main text box. I also created a second design just in case the first didn't really work out. Which you can see here, I moved the power toughness and gave the mana symbols its own text box as well. Now let's get started creating the card itself. And I will explain his abilities in Magic form after I am done. But before we begin, a quick disclaimer. The art involved that you see is not mine. I will not be selling anything involved commercially. The only real purpose of making this is for my enjoyment only and the practicing of graphic design or UX design. I love Magic, I love graphic design. Now let's combine the two. I first start with his background here, deeply contrasting it and adding the planets in for more detail. I wanted to get a celestial vibe like the spray paint art that went viral with the planets a while back. I made sure to get planets with a black background so that the screen mask can blend it into the image very well. And after that, I just had to mask out any imperfections. Everything I used is going to be in the description below if you would like to use any of it yourself. For the text box, I didn't want the box to really get in front many things. I more wanted them to look as if it was just part of the space scene and the vivid shades of violet and blue involved. The font I used was called Days 1. I make sure that my text has a contrasting font, so that way no matter if the background is a dark or light color, the text will always be readable. The power toughness I also wanted to contrast to be a purple instead, to make it easier to see compared to all the blue. This was pretty clever. The mana symbols, I decided to make them more of a clip art, or logo form of symbol, instead of the usual. It ended up looking really nice, you'll see more when I edit the abilities. And the colorless pip I made, it looked like a solar eclipse in symbol. Underlined the observe just like eminence. Next was its ability. So for each symbol was its own cartoonish planet representing each of the 5 colors. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the laps and I'll catch up with you shortly. He will serve as the commander for the deck I am creating, and I will be giving him what I call pseudo-eminence. His first line of text will have, when Uatu, the watcher, enters the battlefield, exile it. As soon as he enters, he's gone, which is pretty funny. Then, for the observe ability, at the beginning of your upkeep, and only if he is in your exile, you may shuffle a legendary non-land permanent into your library. But if you do, reveal cards from the top of your library till you find a legendary non-land permanent with the same card type. This ability represents the small changes in a parallel universe. Everything is mostly the same in this universe, but with one swapped-out item. Now the second ability, he breaks his oath. It is different from the video. I decided to change it since I wanted that second ability to be a potential game ender, but changing it would take too much space, so now it's, you can only activate this ability if he is in exile. You put him back in the command zone and enter a new universe. It's essentially a new skill I created, but it's just a way where I don't have to type up the entire contents of a half-chaotic transformation, half-chaos warp. And of course, he's a 0 out of 10. He doesn't hurt anybody, but he's super powerful. Adding this instead was a great idea and led to more extra space, so I added some extra flavor text of something he said. These abilities symbolize him observing different universes, with different characters teaming together with different objects of importance and at different places. Honestly, in my opinion, he was my favorite character, just because of voice alone. And it was a clever idea to display different ideas and what-ifs in the world of Marvel. Well, that's all for this card. Thank you for tuning in, and feel free to like and subscribe to see more of the cards representing different worlds. See you next time, and have a great day.